Hello, welcome to the video, and this is part 2 to the story I was going to continue in the last post that I've done, but this is a new art piece that I've worked on. Again, I'm doing a mix of food art and a bit of Art Nouveau with possible little mystic fairies as an idea. Whether this works and seems to sell is another thing. I'm just trying out new things, as every artist is in life, is just exploring different styles and what sticks and what works well with selling. Anyway, this will be part 2 to the story that I was talking about, my experience with the school with my daughter with having ADHD, the controversies behind it all, what's happened so far. So it got to the point where we had this prior to the yellow book, and the head teacher telling me it's my responsibility to return the yellow book, and it's not. It was in the school's premise. It's up to them to try and make sure it gets returned back to my house so I can read the information. And then them telling me, oh, we just shoved all a week's worth of incidents and how she's been in one day, which again, listen back to the video, it was just disgusting. So I came to the meeting with the social worker because the head teacher because of my expression of my daughter saying that she's witnessed things with my terminally ill son who's died, that, you know, I class her as a glass child. The head teacher went, I'll go 100 miles away, like 100 miles an hour with that information you've just told me, and get socials involved because you're clearly not coping as a family. It's like, no, my daughter can get quite explosive emotionally when things she doesn't understand, and it's just having patience and understanding with her. And the previous school here, before she progressed to this level in this school, could handle that and understood that and was like, cool, we'll just teach her boundaries and understanding, and that's fine. She didn't need any extra special, she didn't need support and emotional support and therapy, which I'm 100% for, like the Elsa project. This school was not providing that. I thought they were, but they told me in the interview that you're about to find that important to discuss that they didn't, which just further pissed me off. So we went for this meeting. She dragged the social worker in because family support social worker, which again, it just pissed me off. And I just sat at the meeting and said to them, right, I'm not having you involved, and I'm allowing you to be involved in this meeting because it's not because we're not coping as a family. It is because the school is clearly, apparently struggling with Willow. Not because things are going on at home. Things have always been the same. We've got a terminally ill child. Things are going to get a little bit turbulent. Sorry, you can't see the word right. Turbulent? Whatever. We get ambulances called to the house. We have to rush to the hospital. That's nothing to do with our parents, and that's nothing to do with we can't handle it. It is just a really shit dice that we're dealt with, and my son's dealt with, and we're all dealt with, and we crack on, and we love each other, and we focus as a family. That was the head teacher's goal, to try and say we're unhinged and can't cope with her, which is BS. I said that in the meeting. Head teacher was not impressed. She was like, yes, but she's done this. I'm like, yeah, but you never notified me that she apparently threw scissors in the classroom. You never notified me on that day. You've only now just months informed me that incident apparently happened, and the fact that you falsified documentations to me and reports to me and changed the stories of it was a sharp piece of Play-Doh, sharp pieces of metal in the Play-Doh, to bendy plastic bits, to then back to sharp metal bits. Your inconsistency in your stories, especially in the email you sent me saying apparently here one of her brothers hit her, and then it changed to another one of her brothers hit her, to then it was in a different room and then not in a room. You're both changing your stories. You are vile, and it really, was what was worded into the meeting. The social worker was sitting there absolutely baffled at what is going on. Like, she looked terrified of the situation, because me and the head teacher, I was like, we're going to just go at it, and we did. We just went at each other and just was like, no. And my husband as well, just calmly, not shouting, not screaming, just discussing and strongly, passionately disagreeing with logic. And the head teacher did not like logic because, again, logic highlights lies and can see through lies, so you can't cover your back with more lies. And it was another thing that they were saying, like the Senko there. All of our children have gone to specialised schools, and we mentioned a school that all those children has apparently gone to, and we spoke to the social worker and said, is that school a specialised send children? And she was like, no, it's public, it's a normal mainstream. I was like, great, that's where all your kids have gone. So no, we don't believe the children that you are sending away have gone to specialised schools because of the ADHD or autism. They've gone to that school because you as a school are discriminative and isolate these children and write these false reports. That's what it all comes down to, is false reports. Bully the parents into doping up our children with ADHD meds, agree with their agenda and do what they do. Ask. And it's vile. Again, they didn't like that. So that meeting ended, and the head teacher pushed and said, well, we want to work with you, we don't want to lose, your daughter, don't leave, we want to work with you. About a week or two later, I was like, okay, we'll try to work with you. Social workers get involved, and I was like, oh, fuck's sake. Luckily, because of my child in need, because my son's terminally ill, I have a social worker anyway. They were just like, oh, why are we here? I was like, I don't know, can you tell me? Oh, apparently you dress your child in trampy clothes and not feed her. And I'm like, we've been here for a year in this school and we've had none of these complaints raised against us, about us, or anything in the past. So I'm very confused as to, all of a sudden, since the 13th of Feb, everything's gone out the window. Everything's this, because we've disagreed with this head teacher. We've never agreed to anything. We've questioned her, double questioned her, and now all of a sudden we're the worst parents with this, with that. It's so, anyone with a brain cell can connect the dots and go, okay, this all makes complete and utter sense, that, why are you now just, you've never even raised it with this family until literally everything's just exploded. It's basically lies. It really frustrated me. And the social workers were full on for it and supported it. Was like, yeah, this is definitely not what you are as a family, because I've known you as a family for 2 years with this new social worker and to the system and stuff. And it was just, we had the meetings and obviously they had to do the job, because again, respectfully, that is what they have to do. Completely understand, do what they need to do, speak to a child, do what needs to be checked. Again, everything was fine, and we waited for another report, and then it got back to, she tried to give it to the head teacher, her report. The head teacher ignored her because she spoke nicely of this household and refused that social worker's report, and went back to Integrated Front Door and did a fresh, again, the same accusations, but applied as if it was a new one again, trying to get other professionals involved. The social workers of Integrated Front Door looked at each other and said, but there's already been a report, let's go back to that social worker's report. And in the end, it came back to that social worker's report, because it was just more experience with the family, the household, understands the situation, spoke to the two kids, did everything that was right, did their boxes, more than happy to speak with open doors. I've got nothing to hide. It was just an unnecessary stress. And even they clicked on with it, and they were like, why? I was like, because what everyone needs to understand, just because you've got a goddamn stupid profession, it does not mean you are perfect. You can never do wrong. No, you're a doctor, you can be a knobhead. You're a nurse, you can be an asshole. You're a teacher, you could be a twat. You're a parent, you could be an ass. And anything, doesn't matter what your title is. It's your actions that speak stronger than your words, than your title, than what you are. Yeah, cool, you've just birthed a child, now be a parent. Earn that. Be a good parent. Great, cool, you're a teacher, you got all the qualifications, cool, let's see how you actually are. Rather than just putting these people on a pedestal who abuse the power. like the government in some things, not all the governments, but you know, it's we're humans. People do this. People are selfish. People are human. People are not perfect, and I hate this type of, well, the police wouldn't do. Oh, well, they wouldn't do that because they're this. Yeah, well, read between the lines and go, that was very unprofessional. Let's take accountability, and they never do. I deal with that every day, especially with doctors and carers, when they break my son's leg and go, wasn't me, I didn't break his leg. Yes, you did. You were on shift and he was in hospital, and I went to bed that night and he was fine. His leg wasn't swollen then. It was only until the next morning. Now all of a sudden his leg's swollen and he's crying and screaming. You've done an x-ray and his leg's broke. Who was on shift? Oh, that person. Yeah, but they've denied it. Great, then they've lied. There's your answer. Fix it. And it was just, that's what I've learned, and maybe that's because I'm being paranoid, but I keep on getting hit with these type of people, these humans, normal humans. People lie, everyone lies, and it's whether it's with fear of the job, the career, the reputation. I understand why they would lie, but it's still not okay, especially when you're dealing with children. It's just, and families, it's just, Jesus Christ, if you're gonna be in this profession, you gotta wise up. It's really stressful. But on the plus note, we moved our daughter. She's in a different school, and it's been great. She's been thriving. That head teacher at the moment has clearly, for some reason, disappeared from that school. I have reported her and taken it further and found that I'm not the only parent who's gone through this. It's gone to Parliament now, so hopefully Parliament is going to have it in their hands and reprehend this woman who just hates, I'll scratch that, reprehend this head teacher, because it's not okay. It's not okay. This needs to, change needs to happen, and I thought change was already there because in my generation it was worse. I didn't know it would still be the same in some schools in this day and age of how diverse this world has started to improve and started to become. Clearly not. Yeah, she's doing well. She's really upset that she's lost her friends. I didn't want to do this, but that head teacher was not going to back down, and I'm already going through a very difficult time with my son constantly every day. I don't needed that. I didn't need that extra stress. Because when I was speaking to other parents who are still at that school now, they were continuously still to this day going through fights with this head teacher. Hats to them, strong people, like, you're going through hell. But me, with my terminally ill child, I don't have the battery power to keep on fighting. I just want to enjoy my family and my son and my life and my children and not stress. She's really happy now, which is good. Yeah, that was the part 2 for that one. I hope you like this video. I'm probably gonna just finish talking in this bit of this story. I really did struggle with drawing watermelons. I'm not good at drawing watermelons. I do apologise. I'm not. Yeah, this isn't great, I would say. It looks like meat now with the blending, and I think I harshly did the blending in some bits of this, which I do regret in the video. The end result is okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay. I've done another orange drawing video. It's pretty cute. It looks more real. I'll try and do some more food stuff because people seem to like the food art, but I'm going to try and do my little weird messed up medical art twist surrealism vibe to it. This is quite a simple fairy. The fairy is inspired by my daughter. She was wearing one of her hats in her nan's shop the other day, and it was just so cute. So, like, little fairy, like, she reminds me of a little fairy, a little angry fairy. So I've just drawn her into this, and I hope you like it so far. I did the blueberries because my daughter's favourite fruit and food that she loves to eat is blueberries. Do they look like blueberries? I don't know. But this took a lot of time to try and fix and correct and do stuff. This bit I'm trying to get my pencils, so I do apologise with the blare. But you can see the details. It looks like meat. The watermelon looks like meat, doesn't it, guys? What should I do? I don't know how to draw with watermelons. I don't know how to do it. If there's a certain way to do it, please give me advice because I don't know what I'm doing.
Came out the same day as Kanye's. I made my best single. Came out and felt so great. Head over heels for that someone. Head for the hills for nothing. Running, scared, screaming at the top of my lungs. In my many minds, my heart doesn't always agree. What I'm thinking inside. Think about it, your gut can lie. Like when you're hungry but it hurts to eat. Do you actually wanna die? No matter how bad it tastes, I want it. Here's a metaphor for my life. I'm eating McDonald's to get healthy. Tell me how that makes sense. And I think I heard Bigfoot. Did he run away? I don't know. I would have invited him in my tent so we can drink some miso soup. Dangerous. In peace. No. And so don't do that. About conspiracy theories. Maybe all night. I wonder if he believes in alien. We could look at the stars together. What if he is an alien?
Colour it in the background with acrylic paint now. The yellow creates that nice little pop against the reds and greens, a little bit of whites. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Please subscribe because it helps me and allows me to do more videos and content like this. Art is my life. It definitely is what keeps me going in life, especially with what's been going on with my son, my family. It's my lifeline, it's my mental health, it is my therapy. And I'm sure other artists out there will understand that and agree with that it's their therapy as well. Yeah, my kids are my inspiration for my art, and my life is my inspiration for my art, and I really hope this video helps. So find it interesting, my story, you find interesting, if you want me to do more talks like this and chats like this about my life and about my life stories while I'm showing you do the process of my art, more than happy to. Just leave a comment or questions or anything so I can, possibly do more videos. Or would you want me to do more, no more food art and do something else? Tell me. Okay, well, thank you for watching the vid. Hopefully you like the end, if you've got this far. So, thank you.
I drive my car to my little job, and I find some peace in the stations that I throw on. But I wish there was a song with your name as the title. Oh yeah, I wish there was a song with your name as the title. Oh yeah. And the moods that I hate, I tend to embrace. Wonder why I'm so opposite, I'm so backwards and upside down. I'm such a clown, but I've got no frown on my little face. Why am I so freaking cute sometimes, yeah? I'm such a drama queen, I'm such a drama queen. And I wish there was a song that I could make that'll make you strong. 'Cause I'm tired of feeling low and sad and depressed. I gotta move on. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. How long can you hold onto your breath for? It's been too long now. I think that I want a second guess you, a second guess me, a second guess them. Don't second guess me. Live in the moment, 'cause we are so free. And in this moment